Just a quick question.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
did the lab already and submitted, so I don't have to go to the lab, right?
So you already did that demo, so the TA approved what you did, or you didn't do
No,
demo?
I haven't done the. Also, I have to show him the demo.
Yes, similar what we used to do, right? So yeah, you have to run. You have to run the lab and show the TA the result. That's it. Okay, and once you are done, you are done, right? So you don't need to continue in the session. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So let's start, guys. So last time I started to teach what we call RGB LED. Okay, how can we program it? This is number one. How can we use it? Okay, so I'm gonna explain quickly. As you see here in this picture, guys, this is what we call RGB LED. This is where you can find it in the board. Okay, so let me tell you what is this. It's LED, right? Similar to the LED we used to before. Yes and no. It is similar because it's like an indicator. You can turn it on and off. The main difference is that it can give you different colors. This is the main difference. Okay. Um, so this is the RGB LED. So the R here stands for red, G for green, B for blue, okay, because it can give these three colors, okay. So how it looks like, it's one package. This package has three terminals or 3 pins, okay. One pin is connected to PP4, PP5, PP6, okay. So, and here inside here there are, it's like three LEDs with different color. All of them are the cathode. The 3 cathodes are tied together and connected to the ground. Is that okay? So it's very simple. If you want to turn, let me see because I forgot. If you want to turn one color on, for example, you can put here 1 and 0, 0. Okay. If you want to turn this color on, so 1 is here, 0, 0. If you want to turn this one on, so 1 here and 0, 0. Okay, this is the way you have to use it. Okay, so I forgot which color is associated with each bit. So I'm gonna take a quick look. So here it's shown here, guys. So if you see here, guys, it's red, blue. Oops. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. You can see here, guys. PP4 is for. Let me change the color. Yeah. PP4 is for red, blue, and then green. Okay. So let me return to the presentation. So remember, red, blue, green. Okay. So that means, let me come here. That means if you do it this way, you are gonna turn it red. If you do this way, you are gonna turn it blue. If you do this way, you are gonna turn it green. Okay, guys. So number one, how this is number one. I already made like a definition or what is are defined. I defined what is RGB LED. Okay. Also, I explain how it is connected to the board, as you see here, guys. Also, the internal structure of this one. Okay, of the LED. Now let's come to the programming. How I can program it? Very simple. So programming, so all what you have 3 pins. These 3 pins, number one, you have to configure them output. That's very easy, right? We have done this many times. Number two, just if you just here you can output 1 or 0 on the pins to turn one color on. Okay, So which is also very easy. So you already have one pin. You already did it many times. How can you put 1 or 0 on this pin? Okay, and so that's all what you have to do. Very easy, right? So I'm gonna choose a program now. But before I choose a program, I wanna tell you. I wanna talk about application. Okay, how I can use it. Okay, it's just one LED can give us 3 colors. How it can be useful? I'm gonna explain this. Okay. But before I explain it, usually you or what you have to do, you have to use it this way, as I explain here. You have to turn only one on and the others are off. Is that okay? However, you can turn more than one on. So for example, I can turn red and blue. It's not gonna be like burn out or something like that. It's gonna work, right? And I will show you now in the video. You can, but it's not designed this way, or it's not designed to mix colors. That's why when you see the colors are not mixed well. So if you red and the blue, the mixing is not that good. Anyway, so what I want to say, it should be when you use it, usually it should be you want to turn only one color on, other colors off. But as you will see in the coming program, you can turn more than 2 on. You will see the color somehow different. Okay. So now let me tell you how this can be useful. Okay, so it's only one LED. It can give you 3 colors. Okay, or you can only use 2 colors. For example, you understand what I'm saying? So I can have up to 3. But what if in my application I need only 2? Okay, you can use 2. Okay, so the idea here, if you want to use, so every color has to convey. Again, guys, this is like a tool. You can use it in a different ways. I'm just giving you an example, okay? So how can you use it? So what I'm saying, every color has RGB. So every color has to convey a message or an information, tell you an information. So it's like every color has to tell the user an information. Okay, I can give you information. Okay, I can give you a simple example. Okay, if we have a tank, and we are controlling, there is like some kind of liquid coming here, and we have like a control. You are controlling the liquid. Okay, so this is like a system. In this system, the liquid, for example, here, whatever, if the liquid is a blue a certain threshold. Okay, so for example, in this case, I'm gonna turn the red on. Right? If the liquid is more than a threshold, I'm gonna turn, or or I can make this one red, I can make this one blue, okay, and I can make here in the middle green. Is that okay, guys? So by this way, if I'm a user, if I'm a worker in a factory or whatever, I can look at the color, and from the color I can know the status of the system. You understand what I'm saying? So I can know if the liquid is blue, we don't have much liquid here in the tank, so the blue is going to be on, and so on. Okay, so you can use this idea in different applications. Okay, any question here, guys? Okay, so now I'm gonna show you a program. I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, how can you program it? And programming wise, it's, as I told you, just very trivial. It's just you have 3 pins. You should configure these 3 pins as output. Okay, and then you have to output 1 or 0 or whatever. Okay, so it should be very easy. Okay, so let me change the color. So let's see this program. So what I want to do here in this program, guys, I wanna write a program to let switch 0 turn on or off the green LED, and for switch 1 is gonna turn on and off blue. So here I'm gonna use 3 switches. Switch 0, switch 1, switch 2. Okay, which are connected to PH0, PH1, PH2. Is that okay? And if every switch has to turn on and off one LED or one color. Is that okay? So the first switch should turn on and off the green LED. Okay. Second switch should turn on and off the blue, and the third one is for red. Is that okay? So that's what I'm going to show now in the program. Number 1, guys, as we have done all the time, because now I'm using two ports. I'm using port H for switches. Also, I'm using port P. I'm using port P for the RGB LED. So number one, you have to configure. That's what I did. I did the configuration here, guys. Port H has to be input. PP4 to PP6 should be output. Is that okay? And this is just a configuration. And here I'm going to create infinite loop. Okay. What I'm gonna do here in the infinite loop, guys, I'm gonna look at the switches. Okay, I'm gonna look at the switch 0. If switch 0 is connected, so I have to turn the green on. If it is disconnected, I'm gonna turn the green off, and so on. So same thing for switch 1, same thing for switch 2. So I'm gonna show you now how it works. Look here, guys. Branch if clear. Okay, so here branch if clear. So here I'm gonna look at the first switch 0. So I'm going to look at the switch 0. If a switch 0 is clear, is 0, that means I have to come to here. Okay, so that means I have to turn the green on. Is that okay? So here, as I told you, this switch should pH should give one of two values, 0 or 1. I'm going to consider 0 means turn the LED on. 1 means turn the LED off. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. So now I'm gonna branch if clear. So if the bit is clear, that means I have to turn the green on. So I have to come here and I have to turn the green one on. Right? We said the green one. Which one is the green? The green one is PP6. So I have this one has to be number 6, PP6. Okay, to turn this one on. Okay. Now, if it is 1. If that means you want to turn off the LED, is that okay? So if it is 0, this is here I'm looking at pH 0. If pH 0 is 0, so I have to come, I have to turn the green on, and then I'm gonna continue to check the other switches. Okay, so here this instruction are only for one switch. This one for one switch, and the first ones here are for one switch. Okay, so here I'm gonna look at pH 0. As I said, if pH 0 is 0, that means I'm gonna turn it on, and then I'm gonna go check the other switches. Okay. Now, if pH 0 is 1, what it means, I have to turn it off, and that's what I did. Turn off. Okay. Turn the green off. Okay, and then I have to skip. I have to skip this one. Okay, guys. This structure I'm gonna just repeat. I'm going to repeat the same structure here, but I'm going to change. Instead of working pH 0, I'm going to work on pH 1, and then I'm going to work in pH 2. Also, instead of working on the green LED, I'm going to work on the red and on the blue. So if you come here, it's exactly the same thing. Look here, guys. If I'm here, I'm going to look at pH 1. If pH 1 is 0, that means I have to turn the blue on this way. So this one is gonna turn the blue on. Okay. If not, so I have to turn the blue off, and then I have to skip to here. Okay. Same thing here for the red. Okay, guys. I'm gonna show now the video, but again, in the video, I have 3 switches. Okay. Every switch can turn on and off one color. Okay. I will see you. Because I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I will see you now. I can turn more than one on. But I don't think this LED is designed to mix colors. That's why they are not that good. Okay, so usually we should use only one of them. Okay, so I'm gonna choose a video. After that, I'm gonna move to another topic. Okay. Any question, guys? There are 3 videos. I think, yeah, RGB, LED. Don't know have 1 and 2. Let me try to. Okay, let me turn, yeah. Okay, so let me. So here, guys, I'm gonna work on 3 switches, as I said. So here, maybe the camera is not that good, but anyway, you have this program, you can run them. So here I'm gonna turn only one switch. I don't know what color is that. It's not. Anyway, so here, yeah, I'm gonna turn only one is. I think now, yeah, now everyone is off. Yeah, I think this is green, right? Right. So now, yeah, I think that's blue. Anyway, also I can mix some colors, so I can turn more than one on. Yeah, this is like a pink. Okay, you can mix some color. Anyway, okay, guys. Any questions so far? If you have any question, just unmute your mic and talk to me. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna move to another topic. As I told you, I'm not gonna teach. I'm not gonna teach this chapter in the same sequence we have in the slides, because I want to finish what I need for the labs first. Okay, and they are not dependent on each other anyway. Okay. So now let me see what this one. I already explained this one. Okay. Now I'm gonna move to the keypad here, guys. Okay. I'm gonna teach the next two topics. I'm gonna explain the keypad and the LCD. So here LCD. Okay. I want to teach these two topics because we don't need them in the coming lab, but we need them for the lab after. Okay. So let me show you here, guys, on the board here. Let me come back. Yeah, look here, guys, on the board. So here on the board here, guys, you can see we have 16 keypads. This is a keypad, 16 push button switch. So we have a keypad. This keypad should have a 16 switch, as you see here, guys, 4x4. Every switch like a push button. So every one here is like a push button. Okay. So they are 4x4. You can see here. Also, let me erase everything. You can see here, guys, it's written, this is number 1, this is number 2, number 3, this is number A, right? It's like a keypad. So if I press here, I have to receive number 1. If you press 2, now I have to, let me say it in a better way. I have to receive the ASCII of 1, okay, which is 31. Okay, that's what we're gonna do now in the program. So if you press this button, you are gonna be given the ASCII of 1. This is the ASCII of 2, the ASCII of 3. This is the ASCII of A. Right? This is ASCII. We have 4, 5, 6. We have 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we have 0 here. 0 is here. Okay, and then we have here A, and then we have B here. We have C here. You can see C. We have G. We have bound sign. Okay, and then we have asterisk here. Is that okay? So that means, guys, you have 16 push button. When I press in any push button, I should know which button you pressed, and I should get the ASCII of this button. Is that okay? So I'm gonna teach how can you use it, how can you use this keypad. Okay, and then after I finish this keypad, I'm gonna move to the LCD. You can see here, guys, we have LCD here. Okay, LCD, we can write some text here on the LCD. Okay, so the idea here, if you want to write anything, letter G or letter A, whatever, you have to send to the ASCII. That's what I'm going to explain later. We have to send to the ASCII of this letter to the LCD. Okay, so the keypad is going to give you the ASCII, and then if you wanna, the LCD should take ASCII, right? So you understand this? This is a very important point. Okay, so the keypad, you should get ASCII from the keypad, and then when you send it to the LCD, you are gonna get ASCII. Okay, any question, guys? I'm gonna show you the program. How can you read one keystroke from the keypad? I'm gonna teach this. Okay, and I told you I'm gonna make it this way: 1, 2, 3 A, 4, 5, 6 B, and so on. You can change it if you want. If you want to change it, instead of 1, you make it A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can change if you want. But what I'm saying, I'm gonna program it this way. Okay. Because this programming, you can, if you don't like to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can change it if you want. It's not a big problem. Okay. So now I'm gonna tell you how this keypad is connected, as I usually do for any. That's usually I do for any device. For any device, number 1, I explain how it is connected. Number 2, I explain how can you program it, okay, and how can you use it, okay. So here, as you see here, guys, this is a keypad. As the keypad is connected to port A, you can see here, guys, we have 4. We have here, this is port A, as you see here. So we have these 4 are connected here in the column here, okay? And these 4 are connected for rows here, row and column, okay? I'm gonna explain the main idea, but I wanna tell you something very important now. Look here, guys. So now port A has 8 pins. Is that okay? I'm gonna use all of them for the keypad, okay? But I'm gonna use these 4, as you see here, guys. I'm gonna use 4 here, okay, as output pins. But these 4 here are gonna input pins. So 4 input, 4 output. Why? Why you make it this way? I'm gonna tell you why. Just give me 1 second. Once I explain how it works, you will understand why. So let me summarize what I said, guys. The keypad is connected to port A, which is 8 bits. Okay, these 8 bits, four of them are input, the other 4 are output. Okay, now I'm gonna give you before I give you too much detail, before I go to the details, I want to explain the main idea how it works and why they arrange it this way, like 4 rows and 4 columns. I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna give you the main idea before I go to the details. Okay, look at the main idea here, guys. So we have 4 wires. 4 wires is this way, right? And we have another 4 wires this way. Wire, okay? Wire. Or conductors, whatever you want to call it. Okay? And 3, and we have 4, okay? This is how, and this here are going to be connected to PA, port A0 to port A4, right? 3. And this here from port A4 until port A7. Is that okay? So this is how the internal structure of the keypad, how the keypad looks like from inside. This is how it is. Okay. One more thing I want to tell you guys. When I say here, this is not a short circuit. You understand what I'm saying? So they are not electrically, they are not connected here. Okay, it is like you just overpass it. Okay, so there is no short circuit here. Okay, for every intersection here, there is no short circuit. Okay, and then in every intersection we put a switch. In every intersection we put a switch. Okay, guys. So total we're gonna have 16 switch, 4 by 4. Is that okay? And the main idea is, okay, let's take an example. Look at row 0 and column 0. For example, look at this column and this row. Okay, for example, look here, guys. If you don't press this button, that means these pins are not connected, right? Because it's open here. This one is going to be open circuit. Okay, but if you press this button, you actually make a short circuit. That means you connect this pin to this pin. This is how I can know if you press the button or not. So in order to know which button you press or if you press button or not, all what I want to know is which row is connected to which column. You got what I'm saying? So let me say it again before I give you more details. So the idea is that we have 4 rows. We have 4 columns here. Is that okay? This number 1. Number 2, in every intersection you put a switch. Okay. Number 3, if you don't press the switch, so if you look at one pin, 1 row, and 1 column, there is no electrical connection between them. They are not connected. If you press, this is actually what you do when you press. When you press one of the keys here, you actually connect. You make a short circuit. So you connect 1 row to 1 column. In order to know which button you press, all what I have to do is I have to know if there is any row connected to column or not. Is that okay? So if I want to know if this switch is connected or not, okay, all what I have to know, I have to see if this row here is connected to this column or not. Okay? How can you know something like that? How can you do that? That's very easy. The way I'm gonna do it, listen to me, guys. I'm gonna here, for example, I'm gonna put 1 and see here. If this one is 1, that means this one here, you made a short circuit, and this one is coming from here. If this one is 0, that means this is open circuit. That is why we made this one's output, and we made this one input. I'm gonna give you more details, but just follow me. Okay. Okay, guys. So let me say it again. The way I'm gonna check. Let me make another drawing here. So I'm gonna look at only one row and one column. That's what I want to say. Okay, guys. So, and we have a switch here. So I told you this is, I'm gonna make this one output, I'm gonna make this one input, right? And there is a reason for that, okay? I'm gonna make this output because if I wanna test this switch, if I wanna know if this switch is connected or not, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put here 1, because this is output. I'm gonna output 1 here, okay? 1 means 5 volt, okay? And then I'm gonna read this one. If this one is 0 volt, what it means? It means there is no short circuit here. Because if there is a short circuit here, that means this 5 voltage has to come to here. Is that okay? And then if you put here 1 and you read this input, you find it 1, it means there is a short circuit, and this one is transferred to here because of this short circuit. Is that okay? This is how, guys, we can know if a switch is connected or not. Okay. Any questions before we move forward? Okay. So this is the main idea. So I'm going to give you more details now. You can see here, guys, you can see every switch has a unique pair of row and column. Is that right? So every switch has a unique pair. Okay. So these two for only this switch. These two, this pair, this one and this one. Okay, for this switch and so on. Okay, so in order to know which switch, which push button or which key you press, all what I need to know the pair, which pair is connected together. You got what I'm saying? Because every you can see everyone here has a unique pair. Okay, so let me tell you how it works. Okay, so before I give you the details, guys, I want to tell you important thing here. So we have I'm gonna explain the details, okay? But see what I want to say here. We have a subroutine. I'm talking about assembly. We have a subroutine. This subroutine is called keypad. Okay, guys. So in order to get one number from the keypad, okay, all what you have to do is just to call this subroutine. Just to call this subroutine. When you call the subroutine keypad, number 1, the subroutine is gonna wait until the user hit a key. This is number 1. Number 2, once the user hits a key, the subroutine is gonna return the ASCII of this key in register A. Very easy. It cannot be easier than that. Okay, guys? So let me say it again. We have a subroutine. It's a very long subroutine. I'm gonna explain it for sure. Okay, but first I want to explain how can you use it before I give you details. Okay, so we have a subroutine in assembly. This subroutine is called keypad. Okay, if you want to read one number, if you want to read only one keystroke from the user, all what you have to do is just to call this subroutine. When you call the subroutine is gonna hold, it's gonna wait until you hit a button. Okay, once you hit a button, once you hit a key in the keypad, the subroutine is gonna return with the ASCII of the key you hit in register A. Is that okay? So this is the subroutine. It's somehow long. Okay, I'm gonna explain it. But for the purpose of exams, I'm not gonna ask you in these subroutines. Is that okay? So what's important for me is you should learn how can we use it in exams, in the quizzes. I'm not gonna ask you in this subroutine. Okay, so you what I'm gonna explain everything because you have to learn everything. That's okay. But for exams, all what I need from you, just use it. Okay. So I'm gonna come to a program to show you how can you use this subroutine. Okay. So here. Here, what I want to do here, guys, I want to make a program. I want to write a program, okay, that reads a key from the keypad and displays the ASCII of this key on the LEDs. Okay, that means if you hit number 0 on the keypad, the ASCII of 0 should be 30. So the LEDs has to give me this binary number. So this LED should be off, 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 and then this one should be on, off, off. This is number 30. Is that okay? Same thing for any key. Okay, guys? So that's what I want to do. When you hit any key, I want to see the ASCII of the. I just want to make sure the program is working, right? So when you hit a key, I want to see the ASCII of this key on the LEDs. Okay. So let's see how it works. Okay, guys. Number one, because I'm using LEDs, you have to configure LEDs. Okay, that's very easy. That's what we did before. Okay, so you have to configure LEDs and you have to turn all LEDs off in the very beginning. So this is just a configuration and initialization for the LEDs. All of them are off in the beginning. Okay. Any questions? Same thing here. You have to turn off the 7. You have to turn off the 7 segment. That's what we always do. Okay. Number 2. Someone can tell me, okay, but do we need to configure port A? Yes, you can do something like that. You can configure port A if you want. However, you actually don't need to do it, because if you look at the content of the subroutine inside the subroutine keypad, this is already inside the subroutine. So you don't need to do this configuration in your main program. I just put it in the subroutine. Is that okay? So if you go to here, the subroutine, I'm quite sure, yeah, you will find it in the very beginning here. Okay. If you wanna put it, it's not gonna hurt, but there is no need to do that. So this is the program is here. Look here, guys. So this is a branch. This is infinite. Sorry, this is infinite loop. You will see what I'm gonna do here. Look here, guys. Branch subroutine keypad. Okay. So here I'm gonna call the subroutine keypad. Is that okay? And then after, as I told you, after you call the subroutine, what should be in register A? After you call the subroutine, A should equal the ASCII of the button you pressed. So here this subroutine should return the ASCII of the button you pressed in register A. And then I'm gonna take A, I'm gonna store A in port B. Okay, because I want to display the ASCII of the key you pressed. You want to display it on the LEDs. Okay, so and then I'm gonna make it continuous. Anytime you press a button, you can see the ASCII on the LEDs. Is that okay, guys? So that's all what I need from you, by the way. So for exams, for labs, all what I need from you to learn how can you use the keypad, which is very trivial, very easy. Just you call a subroutine called the keypad. This subroutine is going to return the ASCII of this key in register A. So every time you call keypad, you are going to get only one number. Is that okay? You understand what I'm saying? So if you need to get another number, you have to call it again. You got what I'm saying? So every time you call it, you are going to get only one keystroke. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Now. Now I'm gonna come to the details. Okay, so I'm gonna explain how this subroutine works inside the subroutine. Okay, so that's what I'm explaining here. The first step in the subroutine, if you look at the subroutine, the first part of the subroutine is the following: is any key pressed? So I want to see if have you pressed any key, and this is the code here. Okay. If not, if you didn't press any key, I'm gonna keep looping here. So I'm gonna keep looping. So this is the first part in the subroutine. The first part should check if you pressed any key. If you didn't press any key, I'm gonna keep looping. I'm gonna keep checking until you press a key. Is that okay? So this is the first part. Once you press a key, so okay, so here this part should check. Have you pressed a key? If it is no, I'm gonna. If it is yes, so I have to run the rest. I have to run the rest of the subroutine to know which key you pressed. Okay. If no, so I have to keep checking, and that is why when I described how keypad is working, what I said is when you call a keypad, it has to wait. It has to wait until you hit a key. Why it has to wait? Because of this part. This part is gonna keep looping. It's gonna wait. It's gonna keep checking until you hit a key. Okay. So let me tell you how this part works. This part works this way. Look here, guys. I'm gonna put here 1 1 1 1 1. All of them are ones. Okay. And then remember, these 4 are input and these 4 are output. Then I'm gonna read these 4. Is that okay? So here, number 1, I'm gonna output 1 1 1 1. Okay. Number 2, I'm gonna read these 4. Okay. When I read these 4, there are 2 cases. These 4s can be 0 0 0 or something else. Okay. If they are 0 0 0, what it means? Okay. If it is 0 0 0, it means you didn't press any key. Right? Makes sense.
I thought the ones on top were the inputs and the ones on the side were the outputs.
No, let me check. I'm sorry, I got confused. I'm sorry, this output because, I'm sorry, thanks for the correction. This is output because we write, right? We write. Here, sorry, this is input because we read. Okay, we read these ones. Okay, thanks. I'm sorry for the mistake. Okay, so let me say it again, guys. In the first part of this code, I wanna check. I wanna see if you pressed any button. Okay, the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna output 1 1 1 1. So this one has to be output. I'm gonna output 1 1 1 1. Is that okay? And then I'm gonna read these four input pins. When I read these 4, there are 2 cases: 0 0 0 or something else. If it is 0 0 0 means what it means? It means no key is pressed. Why? Makes sense? For sure, it makes sense. Because if you press any key, any one of these 16 keys, if you press any one, you should have made a short circuit. And this 5 volt should appear here, somewhere here. You understand what I'm saying? So if no 5 volt appeared here in this part, that means you didn't press any button, because every button here has to connect 1 row to 1 column. Is that okay, guys? So this is the first part in the code. So I'm gonna wait until I make sure you hit a button. Is that okay? Now let's see how the code or the code itself, how it works. Look here. That's what I have just said, guys. I'm gonna output here 1 1 1 1 to port A. This is number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna read port A because I wanna check these 4. Okay, I'm gonna read port A, and then because I'm only interested in these 4, the first 4, so I'm gonna mask. So this is port A. Okay, I'm only interested in these 4. Okay, the first 4 here. Okay, so I'm gonna mask. I'm gonna mask these 4. I don't need them. Okay, that's what I did here. Okay, and then I'm gonna compare to 0. Okay, if the result is 0, that's what I have just said right now. Because if you put here 1 1 1 1, okay, 0 0 0 0, so this part is going to be 0 0 0 anyway. Okay, and now this part is the only way that this part is 0 0 0 is there should be 0 0 here. Okay, so here I'm gonna say if compared to 0, if it is equal to 0, so go back, check again. Okay, guys, so this part of code, number 1 is gonna output 1 1 1. Number 2 is gonna read this one. Number 3 is gonna keep looping. I'm gonna loop again and repeat again. Okay, as long as this part is 0 0 0. Okay, otherwise, if anything else like 1 0 0 0 or 1 in any other value, there should be only one somewhere. it should be. If you press this one, you put one here. If you press this one, you put one here, and so on. Is that okay? So as long as you don't press any button, I'm gonna keep looping here. Once you press a button, so now I'm gonna move to the next, or I'm gonna execute the rest of the subroutine. Okay, guys, any questions? Okay, so now I know there is one button is being pressed. So I need to know which button, right? So that's what we're gonna do in the next code. I need to know which button you pressed, so that I return the correct ASCII. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so in order to know which button, okay, I'm gonna make a scan. I don't know which one, right? So all what you have to do, you have to scan. You have to try one by one. You have to try row by row, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. Look here, guys. So number one, I'm gonna try this row. I wanna know if the switch, I already know. Like here, look here, this is the switch I pressed, okay? So, but I don't know which one, so I have to scan. I have to try one by one, okay? So I have to try row by row, okay? So the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put one here. Okay? Because I wanna test this row 0. Is that okay? So, and then I'm gonna look here. In this case, because the key I pressed is not in this row, so I'm gonna get 0, 0, 0. So that means it is not in this row. I have to try next one. Is that okay? That's exactly what I did here. Look here, guys. Because it's not in this one, I have to try next one. Okay, so I'm gonna put one here. And after I put one here, guys, okay, so because the key is not here, still I'm gonna get 0, 0, 0. Okay, so that means it is not in this row. I have to try next one. Scan, right? So here now, when I put one here, guys, now I didn't get 0, 0, 0. I got 0, 1, 1 because this key is here. This key connected this PA6 to PA2, right? So that 5 volt is transferred from here to here. Okay. So now I can know, listen to me. Now I can know the row, which row? The row of the key and the column of the key from this one. So this one here can tell me, if we say this is row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay, so it can tell me the information I can get from here is the key you press is in row 2. So it is row 2. And then I have to find this one. I have to know where is this one, right? So this one is going to tell me this is column 0, column 1, column 2. So this one should be in column 2, right? And because, listen to me, and because every switch has a unique row and column, using the row and the column, I can resolve. I can get the ASCII of this key. I can identify this key. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay. So for now, what I want to do is I want to know what row. And also I want to know which column. Is that okay? Once I know the row and the column, from the one here, and from the one here, okay, that means the row number 2 is connected to column number 2, okay, and 2 and 2 is unique for this key, right? So once I have this information, I'm gonna write a code to get the ASCII of this key. I'm gonna show how, okay? But let me show the code here I used here, guys. So here I wanna test row 0, okay? So I'm gonna output this value. This is this one is for the previous one. This for this one, okay? So here I'm gonna output 1000. That's what I did here. 1000. Is that okay? And then I'm gonna take port A. I'm gonna check, okay? If it is 0, if I get 00, so that means if you get 00 here, that means it is not in this row. You have to try next row. Is that okay? But if it is not 0, that means I found it in row 0. Means the key is in row 0. If this part here, guys, does not equal 000, what it means? It means I already found the row. Okay, it has to be. So that's why I'm gonna branch to a location called row 0. Okay, same thing, guys. Here, if I wanna test any row, I'm gonna do the same things. For example, if I wanna test row 2, row number 2. It's the same thing. Look at where I put the 1. I'm gonna put the 1 here because I want to test this row. Okay, and then same thing. I'm gonna scan. Sorry, I'm gonna check if the result is 0 0 or not. If the result is 0 0 0, so I have to go check the last row number 3. Okay, go check it. Okay, if not, that means I found it in R2. Is that okay? So if you look at the code, let me go to the code. This is the code, guys. Here I'm testing row 0, and then here I'm testing row 1. Okay, so now after you test here, guys, there are two you can either you branch because you didn't find the key in row 1 and you have to go and to try and test row 2, or I already found the key and I have to go to R1. So if you come here, you will find something R0, R1, R2, R3. What R0 means I found the key in R0. What R1 means I found the key in R1. I found the key in R2. I found the key in R3. Okay, I'm gonna explain later why we need it this way. Okay. Any question, guys? Okay. Now, guys, what I want to explain now, guys. Okay, how. Okay. So what I want to explain, guys, now is that now, given I know already, I know this key, the key you press, it is in row 2. Is that okay? Because this is row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay. So this is one information. Okay. I have another information. This one, the column. Okay. So now the question is that given the row and the column, how can you get the ASCII of this key so that you can return it back? I'm going to show how. Very interesting. Okay. So the way we are going to do it is, you can see here, guys, I'm going to make array. It's called a key code 0. This is for row 0. So 1, 2, 3A. These are the 4 ASCII of the first row. Okay. So the first row should have switches, right? 1, 2, 3A. And next row should be 4, 5, 6B, and so on. Okay. So here, every array, this array should be the ASCII of the first row. This is the ASCII of the second row. This is the ASCII of the third row. This is the ASCII of the fourth row. Is that okay? Okay. Now, I already know the key. Sorry, which row, right? So now, let me clear this one first. So, for example, in our example, we were here. Okay. So we were in row 2 because it was number 9, right? So now that means my ASCII should be should be 7 or 8 or 9 or C, right? One of these 4. Okay. Which one? Which? Because I have to take this ASCII and return it back to the user, right? So now it's 7, 8, 9, C. It's ASCII, right? So which one I have to take? Who's gonna tell you, the row or the column? The column. Because I told you I have two information now. One is the row. I have to know the row of the key, also the column of the key. The row is gonna reduce the search. So here now, if it is row 0, so my key should be one of these, right? So this is what the row did when I know the row. If I know the row, okay, if it is row 1, it's here. If I know row 2, it's here. Is that okay? So in our case, in the case I was explaining now, it should be row 2. That means my key should be one of these. Okay. Now, which one I have to take? Very easy, because here, look at the column. If this is 0, 0, 1, 0, right? So that means I have to take the key, okay, that has a 1, right? How can we do that in programming? I'm gonna show how. Okay. So let me go back here. Here, guys. Sorry. Yeah, here. Because I found the key in R2, in row 2. Okay. So let me clear. What I'm gonna do is I told you I have two informations, okay? The first information is the row. So I found it is in row 2. So here I'm gonna use a pointer x. I'm gonna make x point at 7. So x is here. Is that okay, guys? Why? Because I found it in R2. If I find it in R0, I would put x here and so on. Okay. So for now, let's focus on our case because the other cases are exactly the same thing. Okay. Again, guys, I don't need what I'm explaining now. I don't need it for tests, for exams, but I have to explain everything. All what I need, very simple. All what I need for exams, for tests is how can you use the keypad. And already I explained one example, okay? But you should learn everything. Just, you should increase your knowledge. That's what I want to say, okay? So X, once I know the row, so here I'm gonna write a code. So because this is the way it works, I'm gonna test in the beginning. After I test, I'm gonna go to a location called R0, or I go to a location. If I found it R1, called R1. If I found it a location called R2, I'm gonna go to R2. Okay. What I have to write here in this location is the following. If it is R2, so I'm gonna put X here at R2. If it is R0, so I'm gonna put X here. Is that okay? So now, this is all what the first information can give me, right? So I already know which I can put X here, okay? Now, I have to look at the column, okay? So here, look what I did here. The ASCII of the key you pressed should be X plus the column number, okay? So let me explain what I mean here. So now, I told you guys, I'm gonna put X here. And then I told you we have 7, we have 8, we have 9, we have 0. And we have a column. This is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3. Listen to me. Okay. So if you press number 7, okay, if you press number 7, so that means it has to be column 0 plus X. This should give you the address of the ASCII you have to return X plus 0, which is number 7. Is that okay? If this is if it is 1 0 0 0, okay? If the 1 is here, so I have to, so this is the column number, so it has to be X plus 1. X is the address here plus 1, so I have to come to here, right? So if the 1 is here, if the one is here, so I have to search, I have to find where is the 1, right? Because here in the column there is only one, right? So how this part is gonna work, I'm gonna tell you how it works. I'm giving you here an example. Look how it works, guys. I'm gonna, because this is a column here, we have so here what I'm saying is the following, okay? So this part should have 1 somewhere. Only one of them should be 1, okay? And as I said, we have X is here, okay? Look how it's gonna work, guys. I'm gonna shift this one. When I shift this, so for example, let's have this example, 1 0 0, okay? So this one is gonna go to the carry. And if the carry equal to 1, I'm done. X is pointing at the correct ASCII. I'm done. Okay. If the 1 is not here and if it is 0 1, okay. So number 1, I'm gonna shift. When I shift, the carry is 0. So now it is 1 0 0 0. Okay. The carry is 0. Then I'm gonna increment X. You got what I'm saying? This is the main idea. The main idea in the very beginning, X is pointing at the first location. Okay. Then every time I'm gonna shift. Okay. If I shift and I get a 0, so I'm gonna increment X. I'm gonna shift again. If I get a 0, I'm gonna increment X. Is that okay? Once I find X is 1, I'm done. I'm gonna leave. That's what I did here. Look here, guys. Number 1, I'm gonna shift. Right? I'm searching. It's exactly like that. I'm searching for the 1. Where is the 1? Right? Where is the 1? In the column. Where is the 1? Okay. So I'm gonna shift. Okay. And now if it is set, I'm done. If it is set, I'm done. And then because I'm done, I'm gonna return the byte pointed by X. Just, yeah, so put it in A and return. I'm done. You got what I'm saying? If not, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna increment X. Okay, and then I go back again to shift again. Okay, so this is the main idea. The main idea, let me summarize just in one sentence. Okay, so here the main idea is I have to check row by row, okay? If I find the key I'm looking for, the key you press, I find it in row 0, so X, I'm gonna make X here, okay? If you find it in row 1, X is gonna be here, or X is here, and so on. So here we have 4 rows. When you find the row, you have to put, in our case here, because the key is in row 2, so I'm gonna make X here. So that's what we did, okay? X is here. This number 1. Number 2. Which number here? We have 4 number. Which number? Who's gonna tell you? Not the row. Okay, the column is gonna tell me. Okay, how? So I'm gonna look at the column. Okay, every time I'm gonna shift. I wanna know where is the 1, right? I wanna know where is the 1 here. Okay, so I'm gonna shift. After I shift, okay, if I get 0, so I'm gonna, so it's not this one, right? So I have to increment X, right? If I shift again, I get a 0, so it's not this one. Once I find the 0, that means X is pointing at the correct location. I'm done. Okay, so that's exactly. So here, if you look here, guys, I'm gonna keep shifting until I find 1. Once we find 1, every time, if you don't find 1, so increment X. Okay, and then what? Now after we finish this part, now X is pointing. X is pointing at the ASCII of the key you press. So I'm gonna take 0, X. Okay, I'm gonna put it in register A, and then I'm gonna return. Okay. Any question, guys? Any question, guys? Okay. So let me summarize what we need here. Okay, again, what we need again, guys, I already explained everything. Okay, so I already explained number 1, the internal structure of the keypad. That's number 1. I already explained how can you, how it is connected to the board. Port A. I already explained how can you know which key, the scanning, the idea of scanning. The idea that when you press a button, you actually connect a row to a column, and I need to scan to know which row is connected to which column. This is the main idea. That's what I explained. Is that okay, guys? But all what I need from you in this part, guys, just how can you use the keypad, okay? And for assembly, it's very easy. All what you have to do in assembly, you have just to call a subroutine. For sure, maybe it's better to say to use jump subroutine, because branch subroutine is short, as I said before. Maybe it's a better idea to just use jump subroutine. Okay, that's it. That's all what you need to know. Just to call this subroutine. Okay, you don't need configuration because it's already here. It's already defined. It's already configuration is here. Okay, just call a subroutine. This subroutine is gonna wait until you press a button. When you press a button, it's gonna return the ASCII of this button in register A. That's it. This is how can you get 1 keystroke. If you need a second one, call this every time you need one keystroke, just call the subroutine. Any question, guys? Before I move to C language. Okay. Now let's talk about C language. Same thing here in C language, you guys. In C language, we have a number of subroutines. You can use these subroutines. Okay, I'm gonna explain the subroutines. Yeah, is there a question there? Yeah, sure.
How do you get the return value from the keypad subroutine?
In register A. So all what you have to do is jump.
Register A.
Yes.
Okay.
Jump subroutine keypad, right? After keypad here, it's already in register A, right? So, and that's what we are gonna do in lab. Today we are going to do lab 7, right? Next week lab 9, and then lab 8, lab 9. Lab 9, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a lab on using the keypad and the LCD. After you get A, you need to check. If A equal to this button, you have to do something. If A equal to this button, you have to do something else. Okay, this is going to be in the coming lab. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's talk about C language. C language, it's the same thing, but just a bunch of subroutines. I want to teach these subroutines to you. Okay. But I want to tell you something small difference here. In assembly, the value returned value is going to be in ASCII. Is that okay? It's going to be in ASCII. So if you hit 0, I'm not going to return 0. I'm gonna return 30. right? 30, because this is the ASCII of 0, okay? This is for assembly. The situation, you know, from number to ASCII, it's very easy, right? So here, if you have ASCII and you want to get a number, it's very easy. You can just, for any number from 0 to 9, you can just subtract 30, right? So if you hit number 2, I'm gonna get 32, right? So if you subtract 30, you're gonna get 2. So it's easy. It's easy to change from number to ASCII or ASCII to number. That's easy, right? Here in C, the situation is a little bit different. In C, it is a subroutine we have. It's not gonna return ASCII. It's gonna return the number itself. Okay. That means if you hit 1, you are gonna get 1. If you hit 2, you are gonna get 2. If you hit 3, you are gonna get 3. If you hit 8, you're gonna get 10. Right? Okay, guys. So that's how it is. Okay. So here, this is a little different, but it's easy. If you hit a number, you are gonna get the number. You are not gonna get the ASCII. Is that okay, guys? However, sometimes I need the ASCII. Why? As I told you, if I get a number from the keypad and I want to send this number to the LCD, it has to be in ASCII. Is that okay, guys? So if the keypad give me 0, number 0 in C language, okay, I should not send the 0 here, right? If I want to display 0 here, I have to send the ASCII of 0. So whatever the number I'm gonna get here, I have to add 30, and then after I add 30, I'm gonna send it to here because I have to convert the number to ASCII. Is that okay? Anyway, so also we have a subroutine to do that. Okay. So let me say what I want to say. The conclusion is the conclusion here, guys. C language is a little bit different. In C language, you are not gonna get the ASCII. You are gonna get the number. So here you are gonna get number 1, number 2, number 3, number 10, 4, 5, 6, number 11, 12. Here you are gonna get 13. Here is 15. So yeah, here is for number 14. Here you are gonna get 7, 8, 9. Is that okay? Here number 0. So here you just you are gonna get numbers. Okay. Which which we have 4 subroutines now. I'm gonna explain. Number 1, and then I'm gonna show a program. Okay. But let's see here. Number 1, we have this subroutine keypad enable. Okay. You have, this is like for initialization. You have to use this one time at the beginning of your program. Is that okay? In C. So like what you are going to see right now here, yeah, keypad enable here. Okay. So you have every time you want to use the keypad in C language, you have to use this one to initialize or for configuration. Okay. This is the first subroutine. Second subroutine, it is called get key. This is similar, exactly similar like keypad I have just explained now in assembly. Okay. So this one is gonna wait until you press a button, and then it's gonna return a number from 0 to 15, as explained here. Okay. Any question, guys? Okay. So once you call this function, this function is gonna return a number from 0 to 15. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Now, we have another one. These two, maybe we're not gonna use them a lot, but I'm gonna explain them. So one of them here is it's called wait keypad. Okay. So this one, you are gonna wait until the key is not pressed. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you how this one is important, guys. What if someone press a key and hold? What if someone press a key and hold? Okay. So if you use get key and you put in a loop, okay. So every time you press and hold, so that means the same key you are gonna take it in the program as if it is multiple strokes. It's only one stroke. Okay. You hit only one time, but you hold. Okay. So if you have a situation like that, if you have like a loop like this one, so after get key, you can use this function. So wait key up. So this one is gonna wait, it's gonna freeze the program, it's gonna wait until you release. Otherwise, if you don't use this one after get key, what's gonna happen if you have a loop? I'm saying if you have a loop, you can hit one time, but it's going to be taken like multiple times, because this one, how this get key works. Get key is going to wait until you press a button. Once you press a button, it's going to return it back. Is that okay? So if you hit again, you sorry, if you don't wait, okay, that means you can press one time and it's going to be taken like multiple. Okay, so this is this function. We have another one, it's called key scan. I don't think we're going to use it, but I'm going to tell you about this one. This one should return number 16 if no key is being pressed. Is that okay? So if you want to know if there is a key pressed or not, is that okay? So you can just call this function. This function is gonna return it 16 if no key is pressed. Okay. Otherwise, it's gonna return key value if key is pressed. Otherwise, it's gonna return the key. Okay. Someone can tell me what is the difference? It looks they are close. Yes, they are close. But give me just 1 second. What is the difference between this one and this one? Big difference. Look here, guys. They are close, but there is one difference. The difference here, this one is gonna wait. Once you call this function is gonna wait until you press. Once you press, it's gonna return it back with a number. Is that okay? This one is not gonna wait. This one is not gonna wait. When you call this one, it's gonna return. Okay. If you don't press a button, it's gonna return right away with 16 to tell you nothing is pressed. Is that okay? Otherwise, it's gonna return a value from 0 to 15. So this one is not gonna wait. This one is gonna wait until you press a button. Okay. The last function I want to explain here, guys. I told you these two functions here, these two functions are not gonna return ASCII. These functions are gonna return number. Okay. Sometimes, as I told you, I need to convert the number. Like for example, this is number 1. I have to convert the number 1 to 30, right? This is number A. I have to convert the number A. You are gonna get number 10 if you hit this button. If I wanna make it A, right? So it has to be 41, right? It has to be 41. So here, what you are gonna get a number. Okay? Is there a way to convert the number to ASCII? That's true. This is the way. The way you can do it is, sorry, you can use this function. So this function, so this one is gonna, you can input it here, okay? So this function is gonna return a number, okay? You can take this number and you can pass this number to this function. This function is gonna return the ASCII. Is that okay? So if you turn a number 0, this one is gonna give you 30. Okay, I told you guys, sometimes I need to convert the number to ASCII simply because when you communicate, when you send the data to the LCD, you have to send the data in ASCII. So if you write a program and you want to get a number from the user and you want to display this number on the LCD, after you get a number, okay, after you get a number here, you have to convert it to ASCII, okay, so that you can send to the LCD. Don't forget, we don't have this, you don't need to do that in keypad, as I told you, because keypad is going to return the ASCII, okay? Any question before I choose a program? Okay. Now I'm going to choose a program. Look here, guys. I told you here, guys, but before I choose a program, I told you, now if you get a number and you want to convert to ASCII, okay? The easy way, you can just use this function. Just send the number here, and this function is going to convert it to ASCII. This is one way, right? But there is another way, okay? Again, as I told you guys, I like to teach different ways of programming, and then you can use whatever you like, okay? There is another way. The other way, I'm going to make array, okay? For example, if you get number 0, I'm going to store here 30, the ASCII of 0. If you put number 10, I'm gonna store 41, which is the ASCII of A. So I'm gonna make array, okay, and then the number you get, you can go to the location, you will get the ASCII. That's what I'm using here, okay. I'm gonna show you now. So here I created this array, guys. You can see here in this array, in location 0, I put the ASCII of 0. Location 1, I put the ASCII of 1. Location until location 9. Location 9, I put the ASCII of 9, right? location, this is 10. In 10, I put the ASCII of letter A. This is the ASCII of letter B, letter C, and so on. Is that okay? So just I want to use this array to convert number to ASCII. Okay, there is another way. As I told you, you can use this function if you want. Okay, so now let me show you the program here. This program is gonna do exactly the same thing as I did in. It's gonna do exactly the same thing as I did in the previous programs, assembly program. I think I have a video. So let me show you how. So here, this program is similar to the program I taught in assembly, guys. When you press any number, I want to see the ASCII of this number on the LCDs. Sorry, in the LEDs. Okay. So the way I'm gonna do it is the following, because I'm gonna use the LEDs. So you have to enable LEDs and you have to disable 7 segment, right? We did this one all the time. Also, because I'm gonna use the keypad, you have to use this one for the keypad. Is that okay? Okay, and this is the program here. Look how the program works, guys. Number one, I'm gonna call get key. Get key is gonna return a number from 0 to 15. Number one, get key is gonna wait. Once you call the function is gonna wait until you hit a button. Is that okay? When you hit a button, when you hit a button, you are gonna get a number from 0 to 15, right? Number two, I have to convert this number to ASCII, right? The way you have to convert to ASCII, there are 2 solutions. One solution, you can say ASCII of C, right? So you call this function, this array. So you have array in location 0, I'm gonna put the ASCII of 0. Location 7, I'm gonna put the ASCII of 7. So this is array. Okay. So here, this is which location, right? Which element, and then this array is gonna return the ASCII. This is one way. There is another way. You can use this function this way, right? So you can do this one or you can do this one, whatever you like. Okay. So after I convert it to ASCII, okay, I have to send it to the LEDs because that's what I want to do. What I want to do, when you hit a button, I want to see the ASCII of this button on the LEDs. How can you do it? There are also 2 ways. So I can say port B equal hex to ASCII of C. Of C. I can do this way, or I can do another way. I can say port B equal ASCII of C. So this one is okay. This one is okay. Is that okay? So you can do this way or that way. There is another way. You remember? I told you there is a function. I told you guys, let me just, yeah. I told you there is a function, it's called LEDs on, okay? I told you whatever you send this function is gonna put it on port B, right? So this one is exactly like this one, okay? So here, for some reason in this program, I decided to use LEDs on. So I told you guys, we have a function called LEDs underscore on. Whatever you sent here, port B could equal this value, okay? So that's what I did here. So what I did here, I got, let me clear everything. What I did here, guys, I got a number. I converted the number to ASCII. For example, if you get number 0, this one is gonna make it 30. And then I'm gonna send this 30 to this function to put it in port B. So port B should equal 30. Is that okay? And then I'm gonna wait until you release. Once you release, I'm gonna go back again to get another number and so on. Any question, guys? Okay, so I have I think, let me see. It's a very simple video, but maybe we need to see it. So this is the video of, why I don't have it here. Yeah, display, yes. So I have a video here. Let's see this video, guys. So here I'm gonna press number 0. You can see this number 30, ASCII of 30. This one is 31 because I hit, this is in binary. This is number 3 and this is number 1 in binary. So this is 33, 34. So you can see it every time you already have this program, you can run them. Okay, you can see every time I press a button, I can see the ASCII of this button on the LEDs. Okay, guys, any questions? So let me summarize what I said here, guys, for the LEDs, just in one sentence, okay, in just a few sentences. Number 1, guys, very easy, okay. I said we have keypad. This keypad should have 16 keys, right? That's what I said. In assembly, if you wanna use it, all what you have to do, very easy, just call a subroutine called jump keypad. That's it. Keypad is gonna wait until you hit a key on the keypad, and then it's gonna return it in register E. Okay, and then you can take it, do whatever you wanna do. So you already have a key. It depends if you wanna. It depends on what you wanna do. It depends on the program. So you get this key and do whatever you wanna do. Okay, this is easy way. For assembly here, as I explained, we have we have 4. It's almost the same thing, but we have 4 subroutines. Is that okay? This is the main one, keypad enable. You have to use this one as initialization. Also, get key is exactly like keypad. It's gonna wait until you press a button. But the main difference, this one is not gonna return as a ASCII. This is gonna return a number. And once you get a number, you can convert to ASCII. Is that okay? How can you convert to ASCII? Either you can use this function, or you can use array as I did it here. Okay, if I were you, I would do the easy way. I just go for a function. I can use a function. Okay, but again, you should learn different things. Because why I'm saying you have to learn different things, because this function is gonna convert, for example, this key, this number to, when you get a number, for example, number 1 is gonna give you 31. Is that okay? What if I don't want to do that? What I want to do, like for 1, I need letter A. For 2, I need letter B. For 3, I need letter C. So I need to change the arrangement here. Okay, this function is not going to help you. So in this case, you have to use this array. So here, when you press 0, whatever ASCII you wanna, just put it here. You get what I'm saying? So for example, I can put here letter A. So now the button of 0 is not gonna be used for number 0. It's gonna be used for letter A, and so on. Okay. Also, we have another functions here, as I explained. One is called wait keypad. This one is gonna wait until you release. Okay, because the way gateway work is the way it works. Number 1, it's gonna wait until you hit a button. Number 2, once you hit a knob, once you hit a key, it's gonna get the number of the key and return it back. It's not gonna wait until you release. You get what I'm saying? So this function is not gonna wait until you release. Okay, so this one is gonna wait. Okay, anyway, any question, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
how
sure.
do we download those files that you already have that we can play around with them? Of those programs.
They are already in the course website. There is I already posted them on the course website. All these programs. So look here, and I put the name here. So if you, after you download all the programs, you will find the name. This is the name of the file. You get what I'm saying? So yes. every program I teach, I put here the name of the file here.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so on the course website you will find all these programs posted. Okay, guys. Any question, guys? So next time I'm gonna start from the LCD for next time. Today I want to tell you something very important today, guys. I'm gonna for the lab for 30. I'm gonna create 2 sessions. Okay. Because if we make only 1 session, only 1 TE can help students at a time. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna create two Zoom sessions. Okay, 1 TE is gonna be in 1 session, the other TE in the other session. Is that okay? For students, you can join any session. Okay, so I'm gonna so you are gonna have the link for the 2 sessions. One for Shafi, the TA. The other one for Jeff, the other TA. You can try with Jeff. If Jeff is or Shafi, you can try with one of them. If you find he is busy with some student, you can try the other one if he's free you can wait him and you can work with him. Okay, so it's similar to the lab. You can request help from any one of them. Okay, but unfortunately, sorry, what I'm gonna do, after I sent you email, and I sent you email just a few minutes ago. In this email, I give you one link for Jeff. We're gonna use it all the time, but for Shafi, I give you 4 links, right? Because Shafi account was basic; it was not premium. So that means every session has to be, it shouldn't be more than 45 minutes. That's why we created 4 links. Okay. But it looks like now I received email from Shafi. He's telling me he already have a premium account, okay, and the department already paid for him the premium account. That means, I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna send now another email to you with only 2 links. We're gonna use these 2 links all the semester. Is that okay, guys? So after we finish the lecture, I'm gonna email you 2 links, right? One of them I already emailed you before. Okay, I'm gonna email you a second one for Shafi. Okay, we're gonna use these 2 links all the time. Okay, so discard my last email. I'm sorry for that, because we just got approved the premium account for Shafi today, just right now. Okay, so I'm gonna send 2 links. We're gonna use them all the time. Any questions? Is that clear?
Yeah, I actually do have a question.
Yeah, sure.
How are we going to get their signatures for these labs? Like, what's the submittal process? Because that's the part that's been confusing me the most. I don't understand how.
No, what's gonna happen is that instead of like handwritten signature, the TA, you have to finish your lab, you have to demo the lab to the TA. Okay, the TA is gonna look at the lab, make sure it's okay, and then the TA is gonna record, yeah, this guy is okay. Okay, so this should be done by the TA. The TA is gonna write, yeah, this guy he's done, right? He already. That's how you can get the signature, right?
Okay, gotcha.
And we can still work on our lab groups.
Yeah, you can work a group as we did. Yeah, so still, I don't know how can you manage it with your partner. Mm-hmm. But yes, for project, for labs, we are still working in groups.
So when we submit the file, our program, we just put both of our names on it.
Yeah, as you did before. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We need only one report. This is as we did before. We need only one report for each group, right? Okay.
And have you thought about doing a Dropbox on iLearn so we can put this, like, submit our stuff in the Dropboxes?
I'm gonna try to learn this, okay? But for now, all what you have to do is just send email, okay? And the TA is gonna grade it, and I think he already, Jeff told me he already graded all the test 1, and he returned them back to you, right? So same thing for labs. The TA is gonna grade it and return it back to you, okay?
Do we need to send you our program code too, correct?
Yeah, it's written in the lab. In the lab, it's written in your report. Should have your program as okay. So I ask you what's written in the lab. That's what you have to turn. That's what you have to turn in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, because what if for example the program didn't work, right? So I'm not gonna give you 0. The TA is gonna look at the program, is gonna grade it. Okay. What if your program is correct but the board is not working? Okay, sometimes in some boards, sometimes the RGB is not working, sometimes the keypad is not working. I'm not gonna give you 0, so we're gonna grade your code. Okay. Yeah. Another question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So for today, we emailed the TAs the program, like Lab 7.
No, for today, guys, okay, number 1, you should attend to the session. If you need help, you can ask the TA to help you, okay? We have 2 sessions, okay? You can, if for every session, there will be 1 TA. If someone is busy, you can switch to the other session. Is that okay? So you have full access to the 2 sessions, okay? So if you need help, you can ask the TA to help you, similar to what we did before. This is number one. Okay, number two, if you finish your program and you want to show it to the TA, if you have a camera, and I expect everybody has a camera, okay, so you can run the program and can choose a program to the TA. Is that okay?
Okay.
If you don't have a camera, and I hope not, but if you don't have a camera, I think we can take some pictures. I don't know how we can handle this situation, but if you have a camera, you can, when you join Zoom, you can turn the camera on. You can choose the TA it's working, right? Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question, guys?
And we're turning in lab 6 today, correct?
Yes, and the report. Sorry, I forgot to completely answer the last question. Yeah, for similar to what we did before, guys. So for today's lab, the report is next Wednesday, similar to what we did before. Okay, so if you want to submit the report today, it's okay, but you have until you can send email to the TS at any time. It's okay to me, but the due date is Wednesday, next lab. Okay, but because now we are submitting online, so you can submit at any time until Wednesday, until next lab. Okay. And today we are lab 7, so you have to submit lab 6. Okay. Any question, guys?
I have one more question.
Sure.
So while we're doing the lab today, are we supposed to like show them individually? As in, if me and my lab partner, can we do it? Is it okay if one of us show it, or we have to show it like individually?
I'm expecting the two partners should attend to the session, similar to what we did before, and both of them should show it to the TA. You got what I'm saying?
Okay,
so only one time, so the two partners can be at the same time, right? Because the Zoom session, all of us can see the Zoom session, right? I don't want you to show the lab like twice for each group. You got what I'm saying? So it should be
Okay.
that the two students in every group should show the lab one time to the TA. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So the last thing I want to repeat, guys, again is just to give me a few minutes. You are going to expect another email from me. Okay? Discard the last email I sent, discard it. Okay? In this email, because the TA already created a premium account. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 links, one for Jeff, one for the other TA. We're gonna use these 2 links all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna send the email now after finish. Okay, any question, guys? Okay, so see you, bye.